Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on this show to recap the first of two Monday Night Football games that I watched here tonight, the doubleheader. Talk about the Miami Dolphins beating the New York Jets 24-13 reaction. Kind of a shitty game. I expected both these games to be shitty. The Broncos-Bengals one was pretty terrible as well, but I'm not surprised. The Jets outscored Miami 11-3 in the fourth quarter, but it was too little too late, even though they scored a touchdown, got a 2-point. They only had one timeout, like a minute and like 50 seconds, and too many penalties by the Jets, man. That's the main thing we're going to start off here. So many just pre-snap penalties, a terrible unnecessary roughness penalty, or personal foul or something after the play. Like, they ran the ball pretty damn well with Breece Hall, obviously Justin Fields, Braylon Allen. Like, they ran the ball well, but turnovers and penalties were really the main reasons they didn't win this game. And they finally started to throw the ball to Garrett Wilson in the fourth quarter. But they didn't get much pressure. They didn't record a single sack. And Tua actually had a pretty good game for his standards. For how he's been playing, this is actually a solid game for him. And Devin Achane ran the ball really well. Tyreek Hill was having a good game, but he suffered a brutal injury. Knee dislocated his knee, but it was a brutal injury, man. Watching it live, just looked terrible. Darren Waller, his first game back, 2 touchdowns. I mean, he had 2 touchdowns that Darren Waller, both the touchdowns thrown by Tui Tagovailoa. But like I was saying, man, the Jets ran the football well. Like, they had 197 total rushing yards. They nearly had 200 rushing. 3 fumbles, though. You lose 3 fumbles. 13 penalties for 101 yards. That's why they lost this football game. And they dropped to 0-4. Things are just depressing in New York right now for the Jets. Still winless. And I feel like they have more. They have some talent, like offensively. You know, Justin Fields can be a threat. You know, with his legs, and then he threw the ball fine tonight. But they ran the ball very effectively. Breece Hall, Justin Fields, Braylon Allen, they ran the ball well. Like, you have Garrett Wilson. Mason Taylor can become a good threat in this offense. Obviously, Breece Hall is a threat in the passing game as well. They have a little bit of talent offensively. They just don't have enough. And when you're committing pre-snap penalties, a bunch of penalties, you have 13 penalties, you fumble 3 times, you lose all 3 of them. It's going to be hard to win games, man. It's going to be hard to win games like that. I'm not saying it's hard to win games when you're running for nearly damn near 200 yards, but when you're turning the ball over 3 times, you're committing 13 penalties, a lot of pre-snap. It's not good, man. And I saw some tweet said Aaron Glenn was freaking yelling, man. He was yelling. And to sum up the loss, it's the same tale in 3 of their losses. They've shot themselves in the foot. And now Aaron Glenn in the post-game locker room was yelling loud enough to reporters to hear him in the press conference room. But at some point, this is on the players as well. Like, the coaches don't tackle, they don't false start, they don't over pursue, they don't fumble or call a fair catch when they shouldn't. Players do those things. The players need to get their shit together. I mean, these turnarounds and culture changes take time. I mean, give this shit some time. Maybe he can build it similar to how Detroit built it, but the players gotta get their shit together. When you're committing false starts, that ain't on the coach. It's on you. When they're fumbling the ball, it's on the players. Coach doesn't control that. Coach doesn't control if you fumble or not. Just protect the football. And a fair catch, it's not on the coach. It's on the player. These are things all on the players. 13 penalties. I'm sure he's preaching to them, stop committing dumb penalties. But the coach doesn't go out there and do these stupid things. The players need to be held accountable. The guy fumbling while going into the end zone to score. Is that the head coach's fault? You can't just keep blaming coaching. These players also just need to have some freaking pride as well. This team needs to have some pride, man. And it's just very disappointing because there's no way you can win any game with 13 penalties and 3 turnovers. Even if you're one of the top teams, you can't win doing that. But what you have to do is go back to work. Like, you have to understand that before you can win games, you have to learn not to lose games this type of way. It's just full of turnovers, bad mistakes, and just the defense was pretty poor as well. And Garrett Wilson with an amazing touchdown catch there at the end, but the offense, I thought the offense was able to move the ball at times, but it doesn't matter when you're fumbling. You turn it over 3 times. But yeah, let's go over the stats, man. Justin Fields was 20 of 27, 226 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, 7 runs, 81 yards, and a touchdown rushing for Justin Fields. I thought a pretty good game from Justin Fields in this game. But I won't say he was perfect, but I thought he was fine. But he completed, in 2 or 3 games, he's completed over 70% of his passes. Breece Hall, 14 runs, 81 yards, 5.8 a carry. Braylon Allen, 4 runs, 26 yards, 6.5 a carry. Garrett Wilson, 6 catches, 82 yards, and a touchdown, a phenomenal catch. Mason Taylor, 5 catches, 65 yards. Breece Hall, 5 catches, 30 yards. Ruckert, 1 catch, 23 yards. Davis, 2 catches, 18 yards. And Lazard, 1 catch, 8 yards. They did not sack Tua once tonight. And Folk was 2 for 2 on field goals. The Jets dropped to 0-4. They had 0 in the first quarter, 3 in the second quarter, 7 in the third quarter, 11 in the fourth quarter. Let's go to the Dolphins stat sheet. Much needed win for Miami. Started 0-3, but they get their first win tonight to improve to 1-3. Yeah, I thought it was a solid game from Tua. 17-25, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. You know, it's been rough for Tua to start this year, but I thought he played a solid game tonight. It wasn't perfect, but I thought it was a solid enough game for his standards. A chain, 20 runs, 99 yards, 5 a carry, and a touchdown for Devin Achane. Great game from him tonight. Jets really struggled tackling him. Ollie Gordon, 6 runs, 10 yards. Receiving, Tyreek Hill, 6 catches, 67 yards, but he suffered that brutal injury. I think it was a dislocation or something. I thought it was something reported. Jalen Waddle, 3 catches, 48 yards. Darren Waller, 3 catches, 27 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hill, 1 catch, 19 yards. Jay Hill, who the fuck that is. And Malik Washington, 2 catches, 13 yards. They got 2 sacks, 1 from Dodson, 1 from Douglas. Sacked Justin Fields twice. Patterson was 2 for 2 on field goals. And the Dolphins get their first win, and they improved to 1-3. They had 3 in the first quarter, 7 in the second quarter, 14 in the third quarter, and 3 in the fourth quarter. Let's go over your team stats here of this ball game. Jets had 404 total yards, 207 passing, 197 rushing, 7.1 yards per play, 23 first downs, 4 for 9 on third down, 1 for 2 on fourth down, 57 total plays, 2 sacks allowed, 2 punts, but 13 penalties for 101 yards really hurt them. That was the second thing that hurt them, but the first thing, 3 fumbles, no interceptions, 29 minutes time possession, but the 3 fumbles, 13 penalties. That's why they lost tonight. A bunch of self-inflicted wounds. Dolphins, 300 total yards, 177 passing, 123 rushing, 5.4 yards per play, 19 first downs, 4 for 12 on third down, 1 for 1 on fourth down, 56 total plays, no sacks allowed, 4 punts, 6 penalties, no fumbles, no interceptions, 30 minutes of time of possession for the Dolphins. So 27-21, Dolphins beat the Jets here at the first Monday night game. So thoughts and prayers for Tyreek Hill, man. Suffered a dislocated knee and he's having tests done. But that, yeah, it sucked. But yeah, that's all to say here, man. Leave a like, subscribe for more, and next time I can like. Peace.